can trust me.
Loki, I've studied almost every moment of your entire life. You've literally stabbed people in the back like 50 times.
I'd never do it again.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be discussing and reviewing the first episode of the new Disney Plus TV series, Loki. So I'm sorry, not sorry, but these weekly reviews for this show are going to be spoilery. I'm sorry. You need to, keep up. So if you haven't watched the episode, go out there, get the episode, watch it, and then you can come back and then we can discuss together. But if you don't care about spoilers, okay girl, you can stay. So this is the third series to come from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The first being the amazing WandaVision. The second being the fairly okay Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And now it's Loki. The track record for Disney Plus / MCU TV shows has been okay, I guess. After the big high of WandaVision, you got Falcon and the Winter Soldier and it was okay. There were times where it was slow and I think it sort of limped towards the end. A review's gonna come out for that, child. But really didn't enjoy Falcon and the Winter Soldier as much as WandaVision. But I am really hopeful for Loki. After watching the first episode, I am already intrigued. I'm interested to see where everything goes. Mystery that's unfolding really does seem interesting and I'm really excited. I think maybe the MCU Disney is coming back. Maybe it's coming back because I don't know what the hell Falcon and the Winter Soldier was, child. So we begin the episode right where we left off Loki in Avengers Endgame, where he steals the Tesseract and basically gets transported, and we find out that he got transported to the Mongolian desert, I think. And there the Time Variant Authority comes in, swoops him, arrests him, and is like, yeah, you under arrest, dude. You broke away from the sacred timeline and we're gonna erase you from existence after you are put on trial. And Loki's like,
are you okay? That's not gonna happen to me. I am burdened with glorious purpose, wada.
All that jazz from the first Avengers movie. And you realize, oh yeah, this is a different Loki. This is not the Loki that was killed by Thanos. This is a younger Loki who hasn't done all of the character development that he did over the course of the MCU. And, we need to familiarize ourselves with this new Loki. And it's really quick. Tom Hiddleston is extremely charismatic as Loki. He does an amazing job, obviously. And so it's really easy for you to just be like, wait,
different Loki.
New Loki.
Let's go.
And you just fall in love with Loki because he is played so well by Tom Hiddleston, at this point. So we then meet Owen Wilson's character, Mobius, and he's sort of like an agent for the TVA, the Time Variant Authority. He goes to Loki and basically performs a sort of therapy session where he really wants to understand, okay, Loki, why do you do what you do? Do you enjoy hurting people? Do you enjoy torturing people? What it is that ticks you. Loki is still reeling from finding out all the things about the TVA, from realizing that maybe he doesn't really have any say in his own destiny, because if this is the sacred timeline that is being determined by these three godlike beings of time, then what is destiny? What is fate? And he's still, reeling and struggling with that. The episode really deals with a lot of Loki struggling to accept, no, I am the master of my own fate. I determine what I want to do. Everyone's like, not really. This is the sacred timeline, and you're kind of out of the sacred timeline, so you're gonna have to, yeet out of it. So I really enjoyed that, and I really hope that we delve a little bit deeper into just the themes of okay, do I have any say? Am I really the master of my own fate and destiny and all of that jazz? Especially now that we're dealing with a new Loki, a Loki that needs character development that needs to grow throughout the season. Really glad that they sort of went with this direction. We now have a character who we are familiar with, but hasn't done the character development and the growth, and there's room for all of that. And I'm hoping that they do a bang up job at like exploring this Loki and like making him develop and grow. Now, after Loki watches clips of his defeat by the Avengers and then watches clips of the rest of his life up until he's killed by Thanos, we're getting some emotion and you're like, oh my God, my baby. And then like, you're watching him cry over the death of his mother, you know, cry over the death of his father, watch him cry and be emotional at, you know, the relationship that he has with Thor. And then you also watch him get killed by Thanos. It's him struggling with that, also being like, okay, then what the hell is my purpose, really? I'm burdened with glorious purpose, but what is this purpose if I'm going to be killed in this way, in such a brutal way? You know, it's just, it was so sad. We find out at the end of the episode that this time variant bad guy that's been killing off, you know, the Minutemen and the time variant agents is another rogue time variant of Loki himself. You're like, whoa. Now I need to watch episode 2 because I've been wondering, I'm like, okay, like who is the bad guy? Who is the villain? Yeah. And then we find out, wait, so Loki's gonna be fighting himself. Okay, exactly. What I also liked was how in the trailers, the 2 trailers that we got, they showed a lot of clips from episode 1. There's so much from episode 1 where it's like, you know what, that's fine. I'm cool with that. And they also didn't give away a lot. And I'm like really intrigued by where we go with the story. Another thing about these Disney shows or these Disney productions or movies is that they will always give them a budget. Cruella, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, WandaVision, Loki, like they said budget. It looks so good. And even when we get a shot of the time variant, like Authority, see this massive technological city, kind of reminds me of, you know, in Rick and Morty, where they go to like the Council of Ricks and like there's that massive technological city where it's all the Ricks and the Mortys. It's kind of like that, but imagine it live action. Gorgeous. It's so beautiful. The score, I'm a lover of a good score, child. And there were scenes where like the music playing in the background reminded me of The Magicians. And I was like, oh, that's cute because composed by someone else in Loki. But I was listening to it and I was like, the person composing this has taste, because Will Bates' score from The Magicians is immaculate. Like, I'm so angry that it's not on Spotify or Apple Music, whatever, but it's so good. Like, if you haven't watched The Magicians, watch The Magicians, even if it's just for the score, because I think the score is great. Maybe it's because we've been so starved for like content from the MCU that like, even if it's not great, I'm like, oh my God, like it's the best thing I've seen in my life, oh my God. So maybe by the time the final episode comes through and I've watched it, maybe I'll give like a full sort of nuanced-ish, you know, unbiased review, I guess. But honestly, I enjoyed this episode. I cannot wait for next week, Wednesday. Like, I'm really interested to see where the story goes. So let me know what you thought. What did you like? What didn't you like? Where do you think the story is gonna go? And like, what are your, you know, wild fan, you know, predictions? Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!